Hey, anyone online? We are live already. Anyone online? Anyone online? Anyone online? Hello, anyone online? I know we are ready. If you're online, just send hi. Send hi in the chat so that I say hello. Hello. Welcome back on another series of our journey of rediscovering. Anyone new here, my name is Enid, and I'm so excited to guide women and help women on their journey of becoming their best version in every angle of life. And today's talk is going to bring us the awareness of understanding what exactly healing and rediscovering are and why do we call it that they are on the same thing. I call them twins because you can't heal and you forget rediscovering. So if you're on chat, please just say hello. So I say hello to you before we start. 2 seconds, at least 2 seconds. Anyone? I want to say hello. Otherwise, while they are chatting and saying hello to us as greeting to everyone in the community, so I want to welcome you back to our week. I don't know how your week went through, but what I know, whatever it costs you, how it was, everything you pass through, let's appreciate and be grateful of the great week. And welcome back to our last live. Our last live was so exciting, and I'm so delighted that you engaged, you learned something. Thank you for whoever engaged, and thank you so much. At least someone got something from it. Now, in today's talk, we are going to understand how to heal and how to rediscover at the same time. So, before we dive into our talk, I have two things I want to air out. If you say that I need to first heal before rediscovering, just put number one in the chat. If you say, I don't know whether healing and rediscovering are the same thing, I don't know whether even it's possible. I also, you need to put two, because that is exactly what we are going to talk about on this journey. Okay, let's start our live. I think at least we have gotten a quorum of how to start again. So, welcome back. This channel is all about helping a woman to. This channel is all about helping a woman to grow. I don't know whether you hear me very well, but I want you to at least tell me if my voice is audible enough to be heard. So, what is healing? Let's first understand before we dive into the talk. No one. I'm talking this so that anyone should say hello. I should start. So don't hesitate. At least say hello. Tell me where you come from, where you are right now. I think it's better for that. Okay. We grew up knowing that you have to first heal. And when you heal, when you're done with healing, that's when you realize that, oh, I need to rediscover myself. But to my perspective on my journey, I've already started. To my perspective, my expectation on the journey, these things are twins. You can't leave healing out of rediscovering. When I take you back on my journey, when I started healing, this thing at first I treated it as the way I was taught that, you know what, I need to first heal, then in a healing part, then after healing I rediscover. But that takes a long period of time. Sometimes you can never heal because healing is a journey. Healing is something, it's a process. Healing is a process in rediscovering what is paining you, what is hurting you. But if you mix it with rediscovering, and rediscovering in this case, it is a process of reconnecting yourself to the person you're supposed to be, to the person you're supposed to create. So that's why I told you that these things are total twins. They are brothers and sisters. My journey taught me this, that the moment you start healing, you start to understand what you can discover. The moment you start healing, you start to see what you've been missing in the process. And this is where I take you on this, as in the day-to-day life. That why are we stuck in just healing and we forget the rediscovering moment? Why? Because that's what we are taught, that you have to first heal. But let's bring a scenario of this. You have gotten sick and you have gone to the hospital. You are given medication. Medication requires you to get healed. Can you take medications without eating? Can you get power or can you get energy without eating? No. Meaning the eating bit and the drinking, that is the rediscovery, because you want to heal first. This is where it comes from. So here we are going to understand exactly what is healing and rediscovering on our journey. And here are the truth I want to share with you. But I have not yet seen anyone talking, anyone saying hello. But beside that, this is number one truth I want to tell you about on the journey if you want to heal and rediscover. Understand that you are not the same person you were hurt before. Why am I telling you this? Before you were hurt, you were a different version. And when you got into hurt, that is another different version. So you can never heal and be the same person you were before. Instead, you are going to rediscover and start building a different version. That is the thing I discovered on this journey between healing and rediscovery. And if you want to heal, don't bring this perspective of saying that I'm going to be the exact person I was before when I got hurt. Instead, update, upgrade your perspective in terms of healing. And when you start to heal in the process, that's when you start to see different things you have been doing to discover yourself, to start reconnecting your version, to start understanding what exact things I'm supposed to heal in. You have started healing, but you need also to understand what you healed. What have you discovered on a journey to become your truest version as a woman? That is being at least understandable that what you were before the heart is not the same thing what you are healing to become or to rebuild or to rediscover the person you are supposed to be. My reframe here is that change the way you think, change the way you see perspective of healing. Healing is not a single thing. Healing is something which moves differently. It moves with rediscovering your true person. It moves with something which can connect you to be that person. That is what healing is. So healing does not move as one. It moves with two, double, twins, rediscovering yourself. So let's understand that the person you were before is not the person you are going to rediscover in the healing process. When you change that perspective and change the way you see it, that's when you start to rebuild yourself in at the same time when you're still healing. Hope you have understood that. So the second truth I can give you on this journey when you want to heal at the same time rediscovering the person you are supposed to be as a woman is that identity does not come once. It does not happen once. It does not happen just overnight. We grew up knowing that if I take medication, by next morning I'll be done, I'll be cured. But the truth is, it takes time. This is a journey we are talking about, a journey which needs you to be patient, a journey which needs you to be true to your version, a journey which needs you to give it grace, to give it time, to understand that this is not something you are going to just jump in and by tomorrow morning you are healed. So healing is a process as well as rediscovering. Healing does not happen. It's like having a dream which has which has part codes, pieces. You get a piece today, tomorrow you get another piece, tomorrow you get, until you get the big piece and you combine all the 5, all the 6, all the 7 pieces at once. and get the exact dream you have dreamed, what it means. That applies to the healing. In this process, when you want to heal and rediscover, understand that the identity does not happen overnight. This is a journey, this is a process. This is a process where you have to stand, to be patient with yourself, to give yourself time, to be honest, at the same time to handle it with love, with compassion, so that you reach where you're supposed to be. And that's how you can understand that healing, you have discovered what hurts you. Now, what have you understood and what have you gotten in the healing that's to become the best person of you? This is a process, this is a journey, this is a mountain which you have to climb step by step until you reach at the peak. And when you reach at the peak, that's when you understand that I have moved a long journey. So that's how we rediscover and that's how we heal at the same time to be the person we are supposed to be. And my reference is that here, let's not think about getting expectations of our lives immediately. I think we need to stand and understand that we need to know that it is not just going to happen just like that. It takes time. And time needs you to understand. And this is where our third truth, which I discovered on the journey, that healing is not linear, neither is rediscovering. You will not find healing to be on a flat plate, or you're going to find that everything is going to be perfect, or everything is going to be fine. That's a very big lie. On the journey, as we have said in truth two, that's where you understand that healing will bring ups and downs. And when you understand that, it applies to the same thing with rediscovering. You can't rediscover yourself rightly. Sometimes you wake up and say, I'm really tired. I think I'm not doing all that stuff. But the truth is, it is grooming you to be patient with yourself. Sometimes you wake up and you will see yourself inconsistent. You will see yourself at sometimes lazy. Sometimes you will start even becoming and bringing this perspective of procrastinating. Sometimes you start also to have this self-doubt in you. But the truth is, if you understand with the real perspective that healing on my journey and rediscovering, it's not linear. It's not a straight line. It's just something which is going to grow and grow and grow. The more you grow, as we talked about last week on how to stop blaming, it is just a test. And here, when it is a test, expect ups and downs. Expect different kinds of to pop in. But how you handle it is the way you think. How you handle it is the way you understand the situation. Going back to our example of someone being on a bed road that's sick, when she's getting ill, she might get healed and be fine today. But when she wakes up early morning, she sees that the fever has come with a strong strength. But in the process, she's healing. That's what applies to us. When I take you on my journey, when I started this healing, it was really funny for me. I started healing, I started training myself to start healing from the heart, the betrayal of the man, the betrayal of the friends, the betrayal of the parents, the betrayal of different kinds of people and the circumstances around me, even the people I trusted most. But what I realized is that when I was on the healing, when I felt like everything has fallen apart, I was healing, but I started also to discover what was hidden in me, the potential which were hidden deeper in me. And this started to groom me, to train me, to change the perspective of my seeing, to change me how I see even the circumstances. But what I also, another thing I discovered is that there is a time when I even reached and I said, I think I'm not reaching where I'm supposed to reach. So I was inconsistent at some point. I was started to feel this going back to the journey I thought it was the best journey. But the truth is, all that happens. Sometimes it drags you back, but the way you as in approach it, that's what really matters. So In that healing, when you're healing and rediscovering, you understand that these things move together. When you understand that these things move together, they help you that they are not going to be on a straight line. It's not going to happen overnight. And at the same thing, you're not going to be the same person you were before. And when you start grooming that, you start to see a different version. You start to see a different potential you didn't know, because you're discovering in the period of where there is hurt, where there is pain, where there is things which are not worth, and you start to groom yourself as a woman. Remember, we want to come out. We want to speak our voices. We want to find ourselves. You cannot bring out your voice when you don't know who you are supposed to be, when you don't know your true identity. And this works together with that. To have an identity is to have a power, is to have a voice, and is to have an authority which makes you to lead your personal life as a woman. So on this journey, if you understand healing, that is a process of rediscovering, and rediscovering is a process of reconnecting with us, with you as a woman, underneath any pain, beneath all the disappointments and betrays, whatever you have passed through, you start to discover that you are better than the before. You are better than what people have told you. You are better than what you think you thought you are. And in the process, you start to see a different version. I know it's hard, but when you take a step and you leave your comfort zone, that's when you realize that you are bigger than what you think. You are bigger than what even the world think of you. And the world does not need someone who does normal things. He needs someone who brings a difference and potential to come out to do something different, to do something which is going to help you become the person. All this takes healing and discovering. If you don't heal and if you don't discover, there is no way you are going to be that unique or valuable. And in the process, what I can tell you on this process is this, that even when you are healing, you should not wait to first heal, because that is wasting of your time. You will heal until and end up still healing. But if you heal at the same time discovering what you discovered in healing, that will help you to grow and reconnect with yourself. And I'm going to share one thing which I call a practical tool I use, which helps me. And I want to share it with you because it has helped me a lot. Every single time I'm in a circumstance, maybe I'm in a disagreement with some thoughts or some things which hurt me at some point. This is what I use, and I want to share it with you. And I call it a dual track journal. Please grab your books or a journal or an iPad and a pen. Here we are going to do, it's like kind of an exercise you have to be doing whenever you feel like something is not right. You need to track it. This is something you have to track. I call it a dual track journal. And this one has two tracks. I have the track number one, and also I have the track number two. When you open a book or a journal or a pad, you cross the lines. This side you put track number one, which is healing down, and also here put track number two, which is rediscovering. Then come to the track number one. First, put one, only we need one. What are you healing from? Just put it down here under healing. When you put it down, what are you healing? Start the process of healing. And if you want to understand how you can heal and become the person, I already share videos on my channel. If you want that, you can subscribe, you can join, you can at least learn more with healing. And when you start healing, you start to track and track and track. Then when we come to track two, that is where we discovery. Now that you have put healing, you have discovered this is what I'm healing about. Under 10%, if you have healed at least 2%, you understand that when you're in discovery, you discover what you have healed. In the 2%, what have you discovered on the journey when you are healing? This helps you to understand this is what I've tracked, this is what I've discovered, this is what I've seen, this is what I'm supposed to do. Here, you have identified a problem and you started to heal it. And in the process, when you start to heal it, you bring it next to a track number 2. What have you discovered in that healing? Which can help you to grow, which can help you to groom, which can help you to become the woman you are supposed to be. That is a track I love most because it helps me to track. It helps me to understand that here I am, I'm on 5%, and 5% of my healing on that heart. Maybe it is a disappointment. What am I supposed to do? What did I discover? What are the reason I am? So what should I know under that 5% I've discovered on my healing journey? That's why I tell you, healing and rediscovery come together. And when they come together, they give birth to something beautiful in you. They reconnect with you. They build something amazing in you. They build the reality of the person you are looking for. And if you do that, I promise you, you step by step, you will understand that you are moving on the same path. Even when it takes a process, you're not leaving the rediscovery behind. Instead, you're moving, healing, rediscovering, healing, rediscovering until you reach your destination. Because every level we learn, even when you're on the top level, that is maybe level 1, it's a different healing and rediscovery. And when you go to the top level of the level 2, that is another thing. That's why I'm telling you this is a process. This is a thing you have to understand that it is a small thing which moves, but expect to be a different version on the process. Expect that. You are building someone not new, someone you are supposed to be, someone who is hidden. You're not building someone new, but you are bringing out the potential you are rediscovering in the same time, at the same time you are healing. So something new, and you forget the one you had before or the one you thought you were. That is now a whole version. That is the past story. What we talked about. Now we are walking on the journey to become that woman. Secondly, expect ups and downs. Expect something you're going to build that it trains you in a test format. Today you are this, tomorrow you're in this mode, today you are inconsistent, tomorrow you are doubting yourself again, you are dragging yourself in the past. That is all. But as long as you know how to bring back in seconds, in minutes, not years, that's the journey. That's the rediscovering to become you. And thirdly, you understand that on this journey still, it's not going to happen when you wake up in the morning, everything is perfect. Nada. It's not going to be perfect, my dear. It will be something unique. You will stand on the journey. Something which will help you to build that person you are. So, what I will say here, that healing is very important when you combine it with rediscovering. And because on the journey, when you rediscover yourself, you are healing the hidden patterns you didn't know. You are grooming yourself to become the person you're supposed to be. And when you do that, you start to look the one you're supposed to be, the person you've been dreaming of. Let's make our dreams real. Let's come out from the hardships by understanding small things we take underestimate. Sometimes we even don't mind, we overlook them. But when we come up and start building ourselves and start healing and rediscover to ourselves to be the person we are supposed to be. So that's what we need to understand on this journey. That's what we need to grow on this journey if you want to see a brave, a woman who is ready to lead herself back. When I say herself back, it takes time. It takes grace. It takes love. It takes passionate. You have to be passionate about yourself. You have to be ready no matter what. The walls around you. And if you missed last week's live about how to stop blaming yourself and reconnecting or rebuilding yourself, please go check it out. It will guide you on this one. It will guide you to be that person you were supposed to be. Hope you were helped. Hope this has helped you. And so, thank you so much. Anyone, any question so that we proceed? Any question? Any question? Hope there is a question. Any question? All right. Thank you so much. Next week, we are going to talk about the small steps or the small habits which are really important on our journey. Which are really important on our journey. Because you cannot start with a big version of it. We start with small things, small habits to run on a daily version and become our best self as women. All right. Thank you so much and see you in the next video. So don't forget to watch my live. And if you're new here, my name is Init. So don't forget to give a video thumbs up, subscribe to be part of this community. But if you felt like this video was helpful, don't forget to share it with someone. Don't forget to invite people on the live of next week and see you. I love you. Take care of yourself. See you next week. Bye bye. Love you. Take care.